G'day, I'm Rexus Prime, and today we're continuing to play the Disco Elysium. I always forget the name of the game I'm playing. Alright, let's just get to the screen. Stop with the music. Alright, so we're continuing from where we left off. I mean, technically I died last time, and the game doesn't have really a autosave, so I had to play back to this location again so that we can continue from where I did one bad choice and died. It took quite a while. Apparently I was very lucky that one time when I used ammonia, I think, to dodge, to resist the urge to vomit. So I had to quick save and quick load a few times so that I would get the same result I had before getting here. Alright, well then, now introductions done. Just gonna quick save. I don't know why. I'm now paranoid. This game has put the fear of God in me. Right, I'm gonna have to talk to him. I'm gonna speed run his dialogue because we already had it. Again, I'm gonna try to get to the. I'm gonna try to get to the place where we were before I made the bad choice. What did I pick? So not. Yeah, size him up.
Oh, it must be frightening.
Puff your chest out.
What is this? Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing
Yeah, I
is
think.
erratic.
Yeah, I had the same.
Stop it.
Result.
Jean, look. His body
What
is
do you mean
betraying
by
his degeneracy
my
from
body
really
does not betray my
hard.
body? It's an
Maybe
important. I'm
you
the
can ask
police.
him.
Yeah, and it. Yeah, this is what I
you
picked.
reek of it.
Kim, is it really that bad?
It's not good. It's like a rat crawled into your stomach.
You're right. I'm an alcoholic, and I need a dead body no longer be in a tree.
No, you don't.
And I need you to.
You need to get
Race stuff is important here. I need to help. Yeah.
Begging for you gave. You dominated.
Come on.
You will.
It is, baby.
There is a button right behind.
I could have.
Not budging. Let's hope his superiors.
I could have also done this part off stream, but just in case I wanna make sure it's on stream. Come and push him. You're right about all this, and I need you to help me. Corpse. So people put that dead corpse up. Yeah, I think I kept trying to get him to help me.
Enough. Bring your you want. There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize.
Right, good idea.
Measurehead's race
Wouldn't that mean I have to
He
become
would take you as one of his own.
as myself?
Well, not as such.
Alright, this
What
is
you
where
do
I
with the
stop.
mastery of advanced race theory is up to you.
We still need to get into the hub.
Alright. Quick save, just in case, because I'm gonna make that same
Your
dumb
race descent
choice.
has
No,
only
wait, I
worsened
think I asked
since
him
the last
some things
soldier.
first.
Racists are generally not
Oh
fair. The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific
what did I pick from here?
ambitions. One thing,
You sure
however,
I'm not
which is not
chronically
entirely
superior to
free
you?
of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. You exhibit forward projection.
What else?
It is important. This leads
Interesting,
me to
one of my
conclude
ancestors is... Yeah,
your
right.
racial heritage is
Don't
be
yeah,
vulgar.
but still serve them?
White
How
or not has
you
got
tell them
little to
yourself?
do
I'm
with
sorry, of
this.
course I understand now.
The race enigma.
You keep telling yourself that.
Also, to serve is noble.
My jam is a
Takes
mysterious
discipline.
fourth thing.
Jam.
I have got it from this guy actually.
You have offshoot. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much.
I don't know who this is.
This
Oh,
has
it's a
happened
head
to
trauma.
many of the
Wonderful, I need to enter the harbor now.
Inevitable culture. What you need is
Okay, what do you think about this?
I don't think anything about it.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave.
Alright, now we quick save and do the stupid choice before I go back and do something else.
Since I last saw you.
I could always get a 2-6 What did I get? I guess I got a failure.
How did this happen?
Hmm.
Your little fist
Oh,
is in his
formidable.
giant hand, and he's squeezing it.
I really have to get a 12.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate.
I'm a cop. I think I can heal?
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
I thought it would stop taking my health at some point, but I just died, so now I'm gonna try healing.
The words to the song
Oh.
have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
I guess I need to have more med packs or whatever this is to survive this encounter. No, I won't fucking say anything. What's this?
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure.
I guess I'm dying
It's
again.
spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
I'm sure it's just heartburn. Oh god.
No, it's many years of combined self-neglect and self-abuse.
I can tank it.
All
Try
you
to remain
feel is
conscious.
pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do.
Alright.
Cop suffers final heart.
Let's play this safe this time. And just go back to the guy. Hey dude, I tried talking to that big guy. Can we talk?
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
He looks at you with soft and hazy eyes. A bit short. The measure head thing didn't go well for me. Could you help me with that somehow?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation.
He takes a swig from
Sure
his
you'll figure
flask.
something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days.
Come on, dude.
Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery.
What?
Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls.
Oh.
Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Turn to Kim. Wait, we have air support? Why didn't you tell me?
Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things.
None of those other things.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
He pats the side of his nose with an index finger. Oh, he must be allergy season for him.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how
Oh?
to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Yes?
First, don't fight him. Obviously.
Yeah. I'm
Second, get him to
first-hand
share his
experience.
theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grow. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Is it too late now? He tips his beret and concludes.
Maybe that would work.
Yep.
We'll have to see.
Alright, thanks. Good talking to you. I'm pretty sure it's too late. And before I do any stupid decisions, save. Hey dude,
Your race
I'm a new
descent
man.
has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really
What?
let yourself go.
just you last saw me? That was like at least a minute ago. Are that supposed to be?
Racists.
Yeah,
like
racist.
I am.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
drawings are precise and look true to their
You're right.
pseudo-scientific
That's
ambitions.
chronometric,
One thing, it
craniometric
is not
perfection.
entirely
My
free of throwbacks
my
to the
race does not stand a
phylogenetic
chance.
tree. His large jaw,
Listen,
for
I've already
example,
heard this
could be
dialogue, so I'm
tricked
just
in
ignoring it.
Correct.
That wasn't good enough. You saw the union?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got
Yeah, I've already
little
heard
to
that
do with
dialogue.
this.
I'm sorry, of course, I understand no deeper.
Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
I'm no communist.
Of course you are, Revacholian man. The failure of communism to
speaks so
challenge
slowly.
the world order is the core of your race fate. All around you, the fruits of its defeat. Individualism, rock and
My
roll
TikTok brain
music,
can't handle this. Speak quicker.
sexually transmitted disease.
Alright.
Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
I said I'm not a communist. I don't know who I am, but that's one thing I'm no. I think he wants me to not be a communist, so we're gonna go with that.
Stop explaining yourself. No one cares about your beliefs. The conversation has moved on.
It's true, I'm a
Tell
rock and roll
me,
star
what
rebel. Youth culture does not
degenerate
affect
subculture
my
has
thinking.
been? Of course it does.
You're a degenerate
You
individualist
are
and
a
rock and roll
degenerate
rebel, a pawn of
individualist
industrial
and
finance, just
rock
like the
and
rest of
roll
your ham
rebel.
cultured
I
race.
am not
I'm not surprised you enjoy it
you
so much.
so
This has
much.
happened so many times
This has
with the side
happened
products
to
of the
many of the
inevitable cultural
side
victory of the
products
Semisi.
of the inevitable
I don't really
cultural
know who the
victory
Semisi
of
are.
the Seminoles
I've recently
race.
wonderful. Okay, I'll ask. Who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup R4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend
I don't
from
care.
We
Next.
are the future.
So you were born and raised on the
That
island before
is
you moved to
all
Revolution.
I am a
So you
descendant.
did come from the island. So
The
you
narrow
did not
streets
come from the
of
island.
Ulimbuir are with me.
you did
in
not
my-
come from-
No.
He cranes his head.
I have
Heard about it on the radio.
on the radio.
So you're not really Seminoles. You're just from Revolution.
I'm from Couronne. And no,
It's
it
just
is
in
not.
Revolution.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today.
God damn, that
You
didn't
have
work.
extinction to come to terms.
I'm worried that this will
and
actually change me.
never getting that dead body down from the tree.
Subscribe to his advanced race tier. Is that... Can I lie? Because I don't want to actually subscribe to his idea. You know, I could always try to punch him
Your
again.
race descent has only worsened since
Come on,
the
come on, come on,
last
come on, come on,
assault.
come on, come on, come on, come on.
You have really let yourself go.
It did take me
How
like
did this
10
happen?
times
Your
tries
little
to...
fist is in it.
It did take me like 10 times to try and get that other result. Well, I'm out of ideas again. Mr... what was his name? The only thing I remember is Ola. Ola, help me.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
I don't know. Kim?
Yes?
Are you sure we don't have air support? Tell me about the case. I think you should know that I can't... I want to talk about... You seem to be following me? What? Kim, can I borrow your gun?
Yes?
What do I have? Gloves, items, interact, tools. Alright, maybe I'll come back later. Once I find a weapon. Maybe I can talk to this guy? I know he's a faker, but like... He is pretty strong looking.
Right to work! Right to
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button?
Not before you get in there and
He
get
smirks.
your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
Well, I failed twice, 3 times actually.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight measure.
I already tried.
Return if you fail.
Wait, I can't return if I fail. I die. From a heart attack. Wait, can I stop? Wait, maybe I can survive? I am gonna quick save, of course.
Your race descent has only worsened.
And then I
since the
beg
last
and
assault.
grovel.
You have really let yourself go.
How did this...
You must be
Help! Oh, right, I'm dying again.
Your fist cracked.
The words to the song.
Oh,
have
right, I'm
changed.
supposed to...
Say.
Right, alright, let's try this again. I forgot that he will stop if I follow his orders.
Your race
I've been
descent
ignoring him
has
so
only
long that I
worsened
forgot that he has
since I
actual
last saw
dialogue.
You have really let yourself go.
How did this
Yeah,
happen?
yeah, yeah.
You must be out
I'm a
of your
degenerate
good.
alcoholic.
Now leave before
Wait.
you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Okay. Do I have to talk to you, Kim? I'm not gonna talk to you, mate. Prefer not. Can we just pretend that never happened? Morale. Oh, wait, I have to keep going. I don't really want to talk about it, Kim. Alright, I punched the guy once.
Nice aggression with the native.
He nods in
Don't let
approval.
the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
I don't like that it's still possible to fail this trivial understanding.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Can you be my champion against Jean-Luc?
No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
He slowly shakes his head. See, this guy knows how to speak at a normal tempo. Kim, I don't want to talk to... I'm sorry, I don't want to talk to you, Kim. Get rid of that bubble. You know what? I'm even gonna take off my jacket. I'm serious about this. I'm gonna take off my tie as well. Let's go. I'm taking off my shirt. No, actually, put that back on. Alright, baby boy. Let's go. Why did I say that?
Your race descent has only worsened
That's
since
so
I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Alright, yeah.
It has happened again. The Titan has your fist locked in his hand, and he's twisting it.
Do I have to do another morale damage? Problem. It's gonna mess me up.
Another fit of criminal rage. Who are you, in your own words?
Alright. I thought that was actually gonna help me. Well then, let's put my clothes back on. Alright, fine, Kim, I will talk to you.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians.
He's not a
Because that won't
civilian.
get us anywhere.
Wait, will you shoot random civilians if I get myself in a situation?
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk.
But he's the one trying to provoke me. Okay, I was trying to assess my dominance over him, but I wasn't. I was fighting bad, unsavory ideologies. I'm a hero. How else are we gonna get through that gates? Can't promise that. I might attack him again. Alright, fine, I won't do it again. How are we gonna get through those gates?
There must be some other way. Let's
Brother.
go see the yard again.
The
It
yard?
faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here.
Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. Ah, alright. Alright, I'm gonna say that I'm a hero for fighting ideologies.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
Okay, I was trying to assess my
We are not
situation.
here on some political quest.
He
We are
says
here
the
to
same
solve
thing.
a crime.
But he's the one
Don't
trying to provoke
then
me.
you're just going to let him manipulate you like that?
He raises an eyebrow. Can't promise. I can't promise that. I might attack him again.
The lieutenant groans, but doesn't say anything. That's right. You should do it again. It's the last thing you'll be expecting.
It's lasting it like. Alright. Let's go to the other end of the harbor. Didn't think that was an actual option, so. Well, thanks for nothing, big guy. You know what? I'm just gonna quick save every time I'm talking to a new person.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Or because you probably see me already. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
What? The lieutenant fires back.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
What's happening? You sound angry, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
He pays no attention. He pays you no attention.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right, you're undermining our best shot at real self-determination. Stop ripping into that guy, he's just really proud of being limbo. What's going on here? No, he's right.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
What?
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Revachol constabulary man.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense.
Ooh.
Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Cam. I've got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the Lord. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. I hope he means like a light tap.
You two make a cute couple. You know that.
You know he's my half-brother. I think.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impatiently, cigarette smoldering between his fingers. What was that What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Sorting of the races. He spits on the ground. Thank you for the subtitles, because it's bloody difficult to hear what they say.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look,
I'm a
I've
professional
read
racist.
books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
He gestures with his cigarette for emphasis.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously.
Oh
you
god,
can
he's
see
also
the
talking
merits in
slowly.
that.
Please, speak faster.
Race is a simplistic means of social classification based on easily observed attributes, hunches, and pseudoscience.
Simplistic means of social classification. You just look at people and make arbitrary judgments. Okay, what else have you thought? Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design. Right, I've already made up my mind. Wanna hear it? Jump ahead. No. You're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Competing for resources. Yeah, what's the problem with that then? Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn
So
kids are
vigilantism
showing up
isn't good.
lately. Same with the mosquitoes.
It's not legal.
And the other intruder
misspelled out.
species too. They're on the precipice of cultural
He
victory.
throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Kitsuragi. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Wait, what's this cultural victory?
It's what the kids of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any
What?
mojitos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Okay. Starting to regret playing this? He pushes on you. No, he pushes on. Sorry. So auto-completing sentences in my head. Yeah, I think I can get down with... yeah, I think I can get down with racism. So I hear you're racist now, father. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you fuck yourself? Okay, sure, whatever. I'd really rather talk about something else. How about you? Let's antagonize him.
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Alright. Kitsuragi, you have my back, right? I'm gonna punch him in the
Looking for
face.
something, runt?
Why are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike.
Yeah, I know. Really
it's
annoying.
a sit and wait on your ass situation.
How long has it been
The
going on?
strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while.
Oh,
A month, 2 months maybe.
what?
But this
So who
year
killed
is
that man?
just the last week or so.
He gestured towards Dolores. What kind of cargo are you supposed to...
Apples.
Oh.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cow story to me.
Look, as detective.
He's
I
detective.
come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
Ancient rights. He loses his patience for explaining it. The only rights you have are wrongs. What?
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko may be
Regular.
another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think.
Grad? Oh, so they grow apples in Grad?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
Okay.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yekokata is not the south, and they definitely don't grow apples.
Yeah? Says who?
Says me. It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
The lorry driver glares at you intently, then shrugs. You keep saying koikos. Well, what does that actually mean?
He means the people living in Grad.
Alright.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. Those degenerates from Grad.
Okay, but why the word koiko? I'm just gonna tell you it's a slur, 100%.
That's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovich someone.
That's-
Low self-esteem, those guys have. Mind you, They look Occidental, but they are not really like us.
Okay, so it's an ethnic slur.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
So, apples then, from Grad. Right. Sure.
Apples.
You said something about rights and privileges from apples. He puts out his cigarette and flicks the stub across the street. You know that's littering, right?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
And what's that privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and
Oh,
everything,
and that's a
huh?
privilege, sorry.
Very ancient, very prestigious.
So it's kind of a union?
Hell no, it's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're
I feel like he
basically
lost his accent
they've
there.
been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark
Talk so
my words.
slowly.
Generations of practice and
Right, we're done. Oh, autosave. Oh, great. Talk to her?
I can't believe it's snowing again.
This is like the best character so far. The young woman watches the falling snow
It
and sighs.
felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Sorry. Got nothing. Is that a Oh, that's his car.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
Really?
This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
The infernal machine. It's foreshadowing that I'm gonna play Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine tomorrow. Whoa! Incredible. Promoting my next stream. That's cool of you, game.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio?
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green
Tableau.
button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something.
Interesting portrait. Portrait. And now I realize what that word I was looking for in the last stream. No, words just randomly pop into my head when I least expect them.
The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you
Stand
through
back,
the static.
stand back, kitten. I'm about to radio the police.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Lieutenant? Don't tell me that's how French people say it.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
I'm being so mean. Alice, please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on. Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the... Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalk. Copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Wait, that was an actual real code. You could swear she was friendly with the lieutenant. Can you connect me to 41st precinct? I have something I need to report. I need you to connect me to civilian Sylvie. She may have reported murder. Could you run a serial number from a pair of Could you run me a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
Alright, he says the number. The make and model of the armor is Fairy Weather.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Tomorrow? But the dispatch lady in LA Noire found me information within like 2 seconds from me asking. Wow. People really have gotten lax.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
No, and I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else?
Can you connect me to civilian Sylvie?
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Kim didn't Greg give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 19.
Alright, yeah.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a matching rhythm on your thigh.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Maybe she is being murdered? Maybe we should go to a precinct?
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Wow. She finally returns.
Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's millions miles away from here. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right.
She
Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
She recognized your voice almost immediately. Oof. I think I've got everything I need, thanks. And call. No, you quit your job at the Whirling...
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
What? You can hear her tense up on the other side.
Why not?
Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? The static
Let's
waivers?
just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Let me guess. Does his name start with... Get away from whom?
You know whom?
Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work? Okay, did you leave because of guard?
What? No, why would you even think that?
She stops abruptly. He told me he asked you out. He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen? Sylvie, don't be afraid of that pig. You have to stand up for yourself. So you do argue that quitting your job just because someone asks you out is an overreaction? Let's just assume the worst and just go for the jugular, I guess.
Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
What? Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't the corpse behind your workplace bother? Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't.
She clears her throat.
Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Okay.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So someone from the Union called?
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
The lieutenant makes a note. But why didn't you call?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
I meant us. You should have called the police. Why does the Union have to do with this? With
No
anything?
one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
Oh, you can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
She seems to be looking for words. Okay. So the Union is some kind of mafia? Wait, Kim. Lower your microphone. Is she speaking the truth? Is the Union the law around here?
Legally, no. In reality, yes.
He looks around.
Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I am the authority around here. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in on your backyard for weeks instead of calling us? I see. Maybe there's... yeah, so... The hanging of the corpse was probably some kind of like execution by the mafia. Alright, let's ask her why she didn't call.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Also, you know, she has to go to the union phone, so...
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
I don't think we need to. Let me get this straight. You ignore the law to save your own skin? What others? I see, don't worry about it. I understand. What others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. You hear static, her chin rubs against the receiver, then she says the line. Alright, fine. Back off.
You do? What else can I do for you?
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
That's it. Bye.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait, why does she seem angry with you?
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad, it's just...
The static
You were
size
so
again?
drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. Just made me want to quit.
So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want... What? Yeah, let's go with that I am the reason she quit.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place.
Imagine being so bad that you make a staff quit. And you're just a temporary, I said it right the first time, temporary client.
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on, I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them.
How?
Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive.
How could I have been worse than all of those?
Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Hold on, what? Which song?
We Go On by the O.O.
Oh, now we have a
I
karaoke
can't
song.
listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry about the song.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
What?
I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant. And I don't want to know.
I don't know either.
And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy. And no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
That sounds intense.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage
Police
downstairs
documents?
in the kitchen.
Wait, why? Why did I try to flush down the police documents?
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers.
I have a gun?
Threatening to sing karaoke. Threatening to kill yourself.
Wait, police documents?
The ones I had to rent out of your toilet.
What happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Resentment gives way to concern in her voice. So am I not a police officer?
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Yeah, but like, I would prefer to find them.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this,
God.
as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I was trying to show you the world of tomorrow, the great panic at the end. Well, you're the worst tavern wench I've ever seen. Girl, just loosen up a little. Don't you have a party? I don't even know what to say. I'm truly sorry for everything.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
What's Skua thing?
The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while
Okay.
screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Right, phew. Not too bad. I was imagining something way worse.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
That does sound like me. This sounds like me, alright, yeah. This doesn't sound anything like me. Bitch Pergo, but what's coming to her? Why do I always end up screwing everything? Yeah, that does sound like me.
Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though.
But when I spoke with Gart, he seemed to it seemed like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross a line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him, maybe.
I can tell him.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
Do you know where my gun is, lady? I kinda need it right now. What else did I sing besides the oh? I'm looking for a song.
All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Maybe you can help me identify this one particular song?
Which one would that be?
One that was really sad.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sans. Richard, that right up.
Her voice carries a tone of disappointment.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
What? Don't I know it? Right. Right, thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
What does she say?
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Could you connect me to the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattling voice is oddly familiar. Alright, so it is familiar. So I must have heard the voice before. I might have been getting arrested, and that's why I know his voice, but it's still a piece of the puzzle.
10-2, 10-5, this is 41st, come in, over.
God damn it, are they all French?
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle? How do I know? I'm talking through a radio. What?
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, station 41. I've got an urgent business, over.
10-4, message received, 10-5, relay message, what's your status, over.
I was gonna say that 10-4 means understood or like copy. Message received. So now it's telling me. Wait, where was I? Wait, where was he? Right, 10-2, 10-5, 10-4. Message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Just reporting in, over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
Hey, can't you tell me what the number means? I need to report my badge missing. I'm in dire need of financial assistance. This might sound odd, but there is a personal detail I'd like to discuss. 10-10, transmission completed, standing by, over, end call with... I need to report my badge missing.
But you said...
Oh.
Never mind.
Oh, I forgot I lied to him.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere, basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation.
Oh.
I need to 10-22 the captain, over.
Maybe I should have kept lying.
Is it him?
Oh.
What does he want?
A dry voice asked in the background. Jean Vicquimer? Jean Vicquimer.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Say nothing.
Who lost his badge?
Is everyone in precinct gonna know about this now?
fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
What? Dick Mullen?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Okay.
Defend yourself. Immediately.
They're
laughing at you.
I can't have this. I'm an alpha male. Come on, operator. Tell him to stop. This is serious. Haha. Officer has lost his badge. Haha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Yeah, they're gonna say I am the first. Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and done. Haha, officer lost his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh, he's relaying what I said. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
What?
Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Jesus. Alright. The officer is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator. Tell them to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vicmar concurs, losing your badge is serious.
What
Over.
the accent is getting to me. Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and done with.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Must have been stolen from me. I think it was drugged last night.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
Why is he calling me Dick Mullen? I get that it was a fictional character. It's a fictional detective who would... Is it like he's calling me Sherlock Holmes?
What's going on?
Oh my god, can we stop?
Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could y'all please just stop saying I lost his badge from him?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
The room at the other end of the line erupts into volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
God damn it.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
You can hear laughter in the background. Alright, enough with this. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Come on, just say my name once.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
The speaker gasps for air. The room roars for laughter.
Sergeant Person wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
No.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
Half-light. What does that mean?
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. It's pretty high. It would be funny if... It would be funny if they found out that I lost my gun, but... I'm too good at this.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes...
No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain.
Completely unrelated, could I get like another gun?
Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
He's probably right.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
The operator turns back to you. It is paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money. Please, I'm begging you here. I don't have a place to sleep tonight.
He says it's important to the case.
Yeah, I said the first thing. It's paramount.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Please, I'm begging you here.
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Good one, dude.
Vicmar said...
I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. Please. Please come and get me.
Listen.
He seems to lower his voice a bit.
You can do it, sir. Over.
He's choosing his words.
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are also here. Over.
You choose to ignore the voice in the background.
He's trying to keep you from further embarrassing yourself.
Wow, what a
in
nice
front
guy.
Of your colleagues.
No, I'm alright. I had other things.
Let us address them now, sir. Over.
Should I tell him that I've lost my gun? Let's ask about myself.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Right, so I'm definitely working for them. They seem to know who I am.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about? I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Are we alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. I want to know if you got my badge description. Please refer to me with my full name in the future. Any news about my own family? Have I ever told you about my life before Elysium? Hold on, are you alone in the room?
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
I want to know if you got my badge description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth? Is he gonna tell me?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
Oh, come on, dude.
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
I don't want to tell him that he should use my full name in the future. Any news about my, family?
10, excuse me, sir?
What?
Over.
10, excuse me, sir. Over.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Why don't I want to continue? I just thought you might have heard of them, that's all.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM? I assume not, after that response.
10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
You're just standing there. Go back to work, mate.
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
Come on, I'm allowed to just, like, chat a little bit at work, at my workplace, right?
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says...
I heard him.
So, was there anything else?
Yeah, doesn't seem like I can tell him about the gun. Oh no, this is I'm still talking about myself.
Understood, sir. Over.
Alright, I'm gonna tell him. Please don't relay this information to everyone in the room.
10-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but
He
it
hesitates.
will stay on my desk for a few days. Over.
This guy is an angel. Whew. Alright, transmission completed. Or 10-10, over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
The static ends with a loud click. Then everything is silent in the cabin. Pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Classic Kim.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
So why does he call me officer? We're the same rank, just use my name, use my first name. And I'm not trying to bait my name out of him, I mean just like, so weird.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Chain cutter would be useful.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
A flashlight would be useful.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue.
If it's police issue, it's fine to lose it.
Lets you see things in the dark you would
Wow.
otherwise miss.
Oh my god. Incredible information. Take the... what's... do I need the pry bar? I'm
The
gonna...
pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Wow. Never knew this.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its
I don't
hook.
see any point in running my fingers over the steering levers. Let's leave. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. I'm just gonna max out my visual calculus. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Wait 1 second. Hand-eye coordination. Ready, aim, fire. Perception. Let no details go unnoticed. The quickest to react. An unstoppable man. Save your fairy. Composure. Endurance. Take the blows. Don't let the world kill you. Pain threshold. Nah. I'm gonna be a glass cannon. Give me more crime analytic skills. Journal. Wow, that's a lot of words. Run the number on the victim's arm. Alright, this is timed in the sense that I have to wait until the next day. Tools. Pry bar, flashlight. Alright, I don't think I need to have the flashlight. We have chain cutters now, so... but how do I get up on the tree? Oh, this is left, this is right? What? That's confusing. Well, I got chain cutters. Maybe we can cut the skids. No, I'm not gonna say that. F5, it's been a while since I saved.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots.
Step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster... This is a trick.
I've already done
Only
this.
the lower extremities up. The cadaver slowly twists on the
Wait,
cargo belt.
Quinn, take...
His torso
look
covered
at
in
him.
tattoos.
Inspect
And
the
the
belt.
hangman's knot. This is a...
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorry. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around.
The cadaver hangs
What?
from the cargo.
Of course. You come back.
How do I... can I not pry it open? Also, I'm gonna loot this box. Magnesium. Oh, that's good. Morale. There we go. Can we climb?
Yes?
Nothing. Alright, I guess I can't climb. Wait, I can get here now, right? Inventory? Just gonna dual wield.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some.
I
Glad you
already had
asked.
this dialogue.
When junior researcher Olari Tal
No, we already had this
invented
dialogue
Eternite
in the last
in the
game
Varna
episode.
Polytechnic Institute.
Why am I
some
looking at this
30
pile
odd
of
years
roofing
ago,
material?
He thought because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, rhythmic pattern,
I failed again.
calms your mind. Mammals like this.
Yeah.
No, there's more to this. You get
What
this
feeling?
hard to say. It's gone.
Alright, I failed at all the perception again. I can't pry it open, I guess. What's this?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
My gun? Why am I looking at your trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
The body's downwind from here? So it... wait. So it would come towards me. Downwind. Upwind? Whatever. Lieutenant, what do you think could be there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking.
My
in.
documents?
Could be evidence too.
Yes, I feel there's something in there.
What do you mean, feel?
It's extrasensory perception. Whatever is in there holds a special significance. It's just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there?
Mm-hmm.
How do I get the lock
We
on?
could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage,
Or Lieutenant?
Or we could ask for a key from the manager
Yeah.
of the Whirling in Rags.
We should
He
probably just do
has
that.
one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Oh, and it's a 3% chance, so... Let's get rid of these things, because it's breaking my immersion. I've played old games before. I'm used to having to save every 2 seconds. 2 seconds have passed. Right. Oh, it's open here now. Hey, dude.
Can I help you?
So about that money I owe, no, I've been blah blah blah, Vernon Gates, talk about, I talked to Sylvie, she left because of me, not you.
Wait, what?
He looks up
What
surprised.
about the bird?
The bird?
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
She didn't break it, I did. I threw it against the wall.
You broke the skewer!
His face is flushed with emotions, a rash covers his neck.
I assure you it was him.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
I just break things, it's the way I am. Maybe I have a vendetta against it. Maybe I have a vendetta against
I
it.
can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
That's probably why I broke it.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
I already conceptualized that myself.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
She said she was flattered. It was just a bad timing. She said you're nice, but also her employer. I mean, come on, the power vertical here. Shake your head. No, we didn't really talk about it. Yeah, she said she was flattered.
Really? I should give her a call then.
The man doesn't know what to say. He wipes his brow and says it accounts.
Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
Is the trash container back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Doesn't that by by... What's the word I'm looking for? Not by default, by... Doesn't that... Oh, sure, whatever, I'll just say it. Doesn't that by default means it's yours?
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
Wow.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
No, it doesn't. Nothing starts with me, and it isn't callous. It's common sense. I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
We need those keys. Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor? I shouldn't accuse him of things. We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Karaoke, sing karaoke. Get a hold of a sad song tape. Alright, I still don't have it. What's inside of here? The kitchen. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. You know, let's go back to the container. Let's say hello to your old granny.
Hello again, sweetie.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Kim is next to me. Kim, can you just like stand to the side or something? Hey Kim? Like, can you wait here? Can I talk to you, mate?
Yes?
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
What if I want to work this case alone? Beat it. You're cramping my style. Nothing, just an observation. What if I want to work this case alone?
Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be
Can
in
I
a
be
deranged
Bob then?
state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your faculties.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. Wouldn't it be embarrassing if you didn't know this?
Huh. So we're not completely legal. Interesting. But does the law even exist here? In all honesty? Like who's the one who's officially enforcing the law? If it's not us. But what if I need some me time? I know what the RCM is.
That's good.
But what if I need some me time?
Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
Okay, I'll leave the self-care for non-work hours.
Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over into the investigation.
The lieutenant is pretty sure self-care is just a euphemism for nihilistic binge drinking.
Alright, nothing. I just want to recruit the old lady. Get over here. We did get the key, right?
This trash container is locked.
Open the padlock with the
Sliding
key.
with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there is something in there?
There is. But you won't like
Oh,
it.
come on.
Sweat forms on your brow.
Again?
Your hand is still on the lid.
I've already refused to look at myself in the mirror. Come on, dude. I'll open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Surely my gun and badge is here.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of cartons, pick at the rags, search the food waste. Look under the boxes.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
Why?
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And
pick at the rags.
among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Ooh. I just scored the high... Wait. I just scored... whatever. Bingo.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Corpse smell? Like the guy hanging?
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
So he means like it doesn't smell that bad as the corpse?
Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but...
The lieutenant quickly searches the jeans. Blah, 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 blah. He looks into the container.
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
That would fit my green jacket. Bag the shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
He nods to himself. Worn over light armor to conceal it from urban scenario. Alright.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
Alright. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one.
He knows who's
I'd
the
advise against confronting that force.
haired boy behind him. Yeah, I don't really want to talk to that little piece of shit. You think someone from the whirling might have been involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
Maybe we should whisper when we're next to these infants.
See?
Okay,
The
proceed.
lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash
Search the
container.
food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy.
No
in
badges,
your
no
hands.
guns.
Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here.
Oh, I was gonna say, so why did you scare me about the bin? But now, nothing more to see here? That sounds a bit suspicious.
What's this?
Elbow, there's nothing more here. What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple
Right, I found
peels.
it.
It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard.
A clipboard?
A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it.
Where
They
was
look
my
badly
badge?
damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Can you actually tell that?
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has
points
the
to it.
RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
A miserable looking slip of papers sticks to the board.
If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It was a foreboding quality to it. It has a foreboding quality. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to be... What? I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet. I'd rather not talk about it right now. It must have been cramping my style.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I'll take those.
I see, yes. You are what we call a badass, aren't you?
He makes a little quotation mark around the words, indicating he is unsure how it's actually badassery.
Wow, went off script there. Getting your ass handed to you. You shouldn't go picking fights if your rhetorical faculties haven't suggested it.
Wow. A bit narcissistic there, aren't we? Rhetoric. Mr. Rhetoric.
Tell me, does your badass see more in there, or are we done here? Ah, yes, and it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do.
That sounds that sounds like an order. Jesus Christ.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The mug? I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Alright, take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. Close later.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
The lieutenant sounds relieved. Alright, interact. So we got the photo, we got the mug.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here?
How can an object be racist? There's quite a lot. Well, there's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at those. Look at all that content.
Oh boy. Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant. Blah 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 blah. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political... What? The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone... Yeah, I'm gonna use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Shut it, mug. What do you know?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board.
Can I read
barely
anything?
held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal cleaner? Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper.
What?
Desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Right, take it off?
It's a metaphor for you.
What?
Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us.
This piece of toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic board. It's a metaphor for you?
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Oh, come on. Who are you, Inland Empire? Being quite annoying. Inspect the toilet paper, inspect the clip, browse the white papers, browse the yellow papers, look at the clipboard, smell the ledger. Right, browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines forming short paragraphs.
which say...
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Alright. What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Okay.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
You've attempted 2 cases a week? Wow. Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant? There was mention of a naming convention. Let's ask Lieutenant.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
He raises his nose from his notes. 2 cases a week? Appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot.
He raises his
I
eyebrow.
didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes. I burned out all right. A nice brisk pace, the way I like it. I burnt out all right.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
He turns back to his own case files.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was a mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
I don't like that you put it in quotations.
A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Alright. Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too? I don't wanna... Yeah, that's...
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
Continue.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Can my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention?
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I meant a non-numeric one with titles. You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? No, I mean...
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I.
Ah.
In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
I don't understand why my character is confused. It seems like a good naming convention, like the square bullet hole murders. Like, alright, you can quickly find what, it makes sense.
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
How am I always predicting what my character is about to say? I seem to have named a case the square bullet hole murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
I'm still confused why it's supposed to be, like, wrong or something.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
The man with the hole in his head, like... You're like, hey, you got the case files with a man with the hole in his head, and then they searched it up.
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Kim, do you have a pen? No matter, I'll just use a pencil. Do you have a pen?
The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt.
No, sorry. Just out.
He is not really saying anything, just standing there,
Fine,
looking at them.
I'll just use the scrap pencil.
Absolutely motionless at first, then animated slowly, imperceptibly even. The lieutenant begins to browse his notes again, leaving you to the case files.
I thought it was gonna give me one of his pens.
Onto the paper with a brash free hand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity.
Right.
Inspect the victim's body.
Already done.
Get the body down.
Trying to figure out.
Interview the cafeteria manager.
Have I not done that?
It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross the ones you've already
A
finished.
satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you.
What? And you? Oh. He meant as in the questions I would.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Right, the hanged man, the Furies are at home in the mirror, the setting sun, shit on a stick. The hanged man makes sense.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
What did I get? I was not reading. Alright, I'm done inspecting these. Close the case
You
file.
don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can I read the case files now?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700.
Where's
the
it?
next world mural.
Wait. The date, initialization. Alright. And the time of arrival. So here's the time, 1700. So the date is 1201. Alright, wait. HDB 41. Weren't those officer precincts?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Oh, we're getting close. So I am Harry. I knew it. Horace, Debbie Berenger, Hiram, Darjen Binzaken. Those aren't my initials. I'm not feeling them. I'm not vibing with them. Wow, I don't know what to say about. Hiram sounds familiar.
Yeah, no.
How long does it take to read the case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
I'm curious about the square bullet hole.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
But
that's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
why am I assuming it's a bullet hole and not like a Square pike?
Who knows? Those
Spike.
pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
I'm not gonna waste half an hour on each of these.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers
Browse
still
the yellow
sacked.
papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines.
Oh,
The
right.
middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Field autopsy?
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Station call?
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Misconduct?
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
Enough of these close forms.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys.
Wait, fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsy to dead guys.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Smell the ledger?
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Gun.
Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Alright, probably not a gun.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
What did you say the color was?
Blue.
Thanks.
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
How would I open it?
With your hands. U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Right. Read the case file.
It takes about half an hour. Not much has changed
Browse
in the meanwhile.
Case file.
Arson, petty theft, You don't exactly.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board.
Oh my god, he said
Biting
aluminium.
down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Hey, Lieutenant, what is this? Point to the sticker.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Wait, he's lost in his own notes. It takes a moment for him to see it. It's an halogen watermark? Oh yeah, property of RCM property. Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Esprit de corps. How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Ah. Like, for example...
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Right, thanks, that's all.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard
Or
in
it's
your
like
hand,
toilet
it's
paper.
just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly the same.
If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not, though. It's toilet paper.
Take it off?
Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger, and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Alright, put the ledger down. Equip your flashlight. Wrong hand, whatever. Then go back to the ledger.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. An aluminium block runs the width. The surface is in...
What? That thing. Any capable light with all RCM vehicles.
Alright, so the car itself has to be...
While a bunch of sodden papers sag is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck.
Great.
The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Okay. Right, get rid of the flashlight. Not talking to that little bad word. Let's go to the car.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
Jim, how do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He turns the preheater on, waits, takes out his keys and says... Oh, those words. I turn, you press start, it's next to... Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canelo comes to life with a whiny growl.
Press a button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Right. Now we can read.
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
The clip.
An aluminium block runs the surface is in...
What? Any capable light with all RCM vehicles.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights.
I'm here.
Any capable all RCM.
This means...
It depends.
Maybe you... How many years you've been...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden...
I'm right here.
An intricate web. It still kind of
wrong
looks...
one. There we go.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board.
Clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard with your hands. An aluminium block, a bunch of an aluminium. The surface is in...
What?
What?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will... All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to...
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn...
Okay.
Do I have
a
to
bunch of sodden...
be interacting with the car to do it?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations.
Look at the Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM And yet, the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you?
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, where are we on this? Point to the hologram.
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment. And inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out in the Great Ocean. Seems like a shithole, honestly.
It has its problems.
Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what?
I don't
know. You don't even know what it means yet.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually?
You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely.
Is that how many cases I've solved? What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
That's it?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean? Point to the dots on the bottom.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
Oh my god.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years.
18?
Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Volunteered? No, I do get paid. Wait, 18 years I've done this? I got drunk like a megastar. I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are a lot of days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have any idea? I got drunk like a megastar.
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases.
Yeah.
Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see.
He's gotta be impressed.
Wow, more than 200.
216 to be exact.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
The lieutenant nods with evident respect. Sorry. So all those 2 cases a week I picked up, I was actually pretty good, huh? Usually clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile. So you're saying I used to be a super cop. What do you mean by used to? I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last time? I don't think I've ever re-become this person. What's the last time? So you're saying I used to be a super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct.
What happened?
Now, let's look at the last row.
Well, now I'm actually curious to find out.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills.
Oh.
You've got precisely 3 perforations.
And it's gonna be 4 with that big guy. So I'm a killer. I was expecting a higher number, honestly. That's not too many. So I'm a killer.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter,
I like the name Jamrock.
it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
He says, declining to elaborate. How do you handle this strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Okay, dude. Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
Wow, alright.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Alright, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He pressed the remote control on the key.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Right of the task description? Here? Superstar Cop? Apocalypse Cop? Sorry Cop? Wait, name unknown, rank unknown. Boring Cop? Or, wait, let me read the statistics. Superstar Cop, 3. Apocalypse Cop, 0. Sorry Cop, 2. Boring Cop, 0. Communist, 0. That's right. Fascist, 2. Wait, what? Ultra Liberal, 0. Moralist, 3. Good Cop, Bad Cop, what? How can I be both? Honor, 0. People killed, 3. Gonna be 4 soon. Cases solved, 216. Years in service, 18. How am I a fascist? What have I done? Alright, I need to figure out my name. It's probably Harry, or was it Henry? I've leveled up, so let's just max up my super solving crime ability. Right, let me think. Let's go back to my room. Maybe I can find my gun or badge there. Right. Kim, can you stay outside my room? Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner.
What happened?
But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
Looking at the destruction, I'm sorry for this. I did it. I did it my way. This is where the magic happens. Say nothing, nod stoically. I'm gonna be badass.
He takes a step toward the door, like he'd like to leave.
Okay, I have to check if the
window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Look out.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Alright, I'm gonna look at the mirror. It's enough. I've had enough with this.
A mirror hangs on the wall, covered in steam.
Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there.
Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
Let me guess, it's my face. What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm sorry, touch your nose. At least my tongue is okay, touch your tongue. I'm scared, I want to stop this. Wipe the mirror now. I'm sorry, touch your nose.
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Right, at least my tongue is okay.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
I'm scared. I want to stop this.
Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's going to see it.
But what do you mean? Kim is looking at me. Alright, I'm out of here. I chickened out. Let's check
The
the
bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Please tell me my gun is here.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
No time to rest yet. The ceiling fan.
The fan is spinning.
Pull on the light bulb?
A terrible mistake.
What?
Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Bring it on. No, pull the light, turn off.
The lights are off.
Pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt.
Pull on the fan again.
The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
No! Pull on the fan again.
The switch must be broken.
Oh, I regret my choices. I'm gonna have to sleep here. Where could my badge and gun be? Home. Talk to the kitchen guy. Wait, look at this. Money? I'll talk to this guy.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek.
Kubek.
Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Gorasi, I have some questions to ask. Mr. Kubek, I'm here on official business, police business. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions? Mr. Kubek, I'm here on official business.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got some impressive pots there. I don't think I need anything else. Yeah, I've got some impressive pots.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots.
So he understands me.
It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. What?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
What? What's this? Lonesome home. That. Right. Why did you? Oh, it's my home thingy. Wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Oh, I'm following my steps back. The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. It's part of the whirling rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigation. You're right, it's not important. There's something about this place.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Yes, a mini side investigation. No, the door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it behind the blue door. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
He looks at the door, then you touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
Leave. Thoughts?
Lonesome. Long way home.
Alright.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer?
Dealer?
You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Accept. Alright. Talk to the manager.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has the keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Thanks. Let's talk about something else.
Yes?
I've seen something here at the Verlin Gate. A thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said that the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He tosses his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Hint, hint.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
He gives you a meaningful nod. How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days.
Oh, wow.
You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept.
Oh, my God.
Just making clear you got that.
My God. Who did they make this game for? Surely not 10-year-olds. No, 10-year-olds would know about sleep. Like 4-year-olds? There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
He shrugs. Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
Wondering about it is, of course, exactly what he's been doing for 10 years.
Is drama just me making things up?
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Let him get to pretend. No, I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little.
He shrugs.
But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Alright.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
What? You should come back to this thing-based questionnaire? Alright, go back. Go back? I meant to say goodbye. Can we use the crowbar?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent...
Wait, let me equip the...
You see a heavy...
Push the door.
The door does not.
Alright, fine. Get rid of the crowbar. Now what? Let's look at the dishes. The dishes are drying. The smell of chemicals and pine trees. Journal. There's a lot of words here. I'm not reading all that. Let's talk to this guy. It's all about money, you know? Talk to this guy. Why aren't you narrating? A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with trees.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Physical instrument challenge 12, wake him up. Let's try waking him up.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Huh. I thought I rolled a critical success, but it was just a normal success, huh? No, it's just a primordial scream. Wake up! This is an order! I'm the law!
Why the yelling man?
The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look.
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
You're alive? You looked out for the long count there.
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
See anything interesting in your dreams? Well, tell me about Wild Pines. Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking? Who's behind the organizing? What about the dead body in the yours? Point to the bottle of the spilled rum.
Indeed. Help yourself to some.
No way.
Wait. No. It's empty.
Damn it.
Sorry about that, pal.
Why are you sleeping here instead of striking?
They got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. Or just getting some sleep. Or was.
Who's behind organizing the strike?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
I mean, there's no leader?
Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
How do I get to him? What about the dead body?
Yeah. What about it?
You seem cool with it. Do you have many of those hanging around the trees here?
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs.
He respites.
If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Then how is it my concern? Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
What trouble?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions.
That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work.
I'm telling you, it was an execution. Tell me about Wild Pines.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's that going?
How's it going?
Oh god, he's making me tired. Oh, the dock worker lets out a big yawn, then stares at the cafeteria terrace door, some fingerprints glistening on the glass.
Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
Of course, it's a total madhouse.
Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment.
I guess. Less headache without...
For one, I can get some goddamn shut-eye.
He rubs his eyes.
Right to sleep, I say.
Then lets his head fall back on the table. See anything interesting here, James?
Thank God, no.
Alright, I'm kind of tired talking to him now. You're right, let's talk about something else.
Brilliant.
Right,
The
goodbye.
dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid spinning. You know what? I just realized I've been forgetting to save.
Hello again, sweetie.
I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or who I am or what I'm doing.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movement with some concern. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm blowing this whole thing out of proportions. Forget I said anything. I drank so much.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. Sorry, I forgot there's a possessive marker there. My moments, it takes a moment to process. You know where we are, right? The Whirling Cafeteria, it was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Revachol?
Yes, indeed.
I forgot.
We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Revachol. Okay. Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is it?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
I don't know if I agree, unless the rest of the world is way worse. Her grey eyes widen.
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51?
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen.
What?
Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Okay, thanks for rewarding me for knowing what year it is.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
Do you know what my name is?
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe? I'd like to think it's it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masses, foreigners and women. Cop. We're living under the cop regime. Like some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not.
Huh.
Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is
She thinks.
market-driven.
So we are an anarchistic society? Nope, sadly not. Revolution is called what's zone of control under the alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is... I mean, it almost feels like we have an anarchy here, considering that the police aren't even technically authorized. It's just that people accept our authority most of the time.
Meaning, buying is voting.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear.
Oh, she shakes her head.
And you were doing so well.
Suddenly very worried.
There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
What is the revolution you mentioned? So, how did I do? Sorry, I forgot that.
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
Oh, come on. I just drank a little bit. Just had a little sip of that old rum, you know?
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
Lieutenant, don't listen to me.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
So we really are like an anarchy.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
So I've been a cop for since the revolution. What does that have to do with there not being any cops? But I'm a cop. Whatever it was hasn't stopped me. So what does it have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Alright, let's pick that other option then.
Defeat. Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Alright, fine.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant. Sorry, I forgot to say I picked the option. Who could tell me more?
No, I'm not an encyclopedia.
He looks away.
I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
I've gotta get going now. Let's see. Inventory. Items. A pen. A green A pen? Interesting. Right. So many quests here. Right, who made the call? We don't know. The victim's tattoos. Ask around about tattoos' possible meaning. Pay for damages. Can't do it right now. Getting the body down. Trying to do that. Where's the rest of the armor? I'm not talking that little thing. Ask him to tell you about the case. Nah, I'm just gonna wing it. Track down your badge. Track down your gun. Ask any information you can on the gun. Who puts the clothes in the trash? Explore the whirling secret passage. Find out who is in the union box. Get a reality lowdown. Can I ask him about the gun, the manager? Probably not.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing at the burner.
Another thing. Great.
No,
Yes.
nothing. Right. Let's have an official save. I've been quick saving all this time. Maybe I can talk to this nice lady.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Can I give this guy a citation? A fine? For getting on my
Looking for
nerves?
something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Found this mug in the trash. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
He stares at the yellow man mug, then suddenly he explodes.
God damn.
He wipes tears
Thanks
from
for
his
that,
eyes.
But no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Right, he's a lorry driver. Alright, then we go this way. What's this? A sewer grate. A getaway to the river of Fifth. This guy looks shady.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
Pulls out gun, shoots me.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
He makes both hands with finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air. Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He serves his consumerist kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Rhetoric. Persuade him to give you some money.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
The man stops, his face suddenly serious. Think of it as an investment.
An investment?
He raises a
What
brow.
kind of investment?
Intrigued. It's an investment in me, a highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane. I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with RCM. A guy told me I need money to live, otherwise it's game over and I don't want to die. I'm a policeman. It's an investment to good relations.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
About 10 real.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
He takes a 10 note from his leather pouch.
Corruption.
What? Come on, dude.
It's just like bus or seagull. A kid watching out of a window describing things going by. He doesn't like it too much, but what do you do?
It's not actual corruption, I'm just taking his money. What kind of things are you selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Do you have a permit to sell all that?
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits. Just economic freedom. Take a look around.
Takes a deep breath.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Kim, is it true he doesn't need a permit to sell?
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Wait, but what are we doing here? If there are no permits, look at Kim and the police insignia on his sleeve.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I'm not, however.
Alright, so if you're not cynical, what is the answer?
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the gossamer state.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulations.
A gossamer state. You're right, this is cool. I'm part of a hip, thin, almost non-existent state of apparatus. So cool guys protect businessmen while everyone else lives in the ruins? I can think of cooler things, but you're a foreigner. I'm protecting the business interests of foreign nations. Then I'm protecting a state lawlessness? I'm not an officer of law, I'm an officer of common anarchy? Oh yeah, let's go with that one.
Yeah, that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. It's what lets independent entrepreneurs like me sell quality goods at competitive prices.
Is there a discount for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale.
Not towards the crates?
Anything you want, 50% off.
Wow.
But did he first mark them up 100% just so that he could put them on sale?
Are those things really on sale, or did you just jack up the prices first?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you think? Shake things up?
Where do you get these comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Oh, sorry. What would even under the board look like in a gossamer state?
Anything for you.
Where are you from? Ceiling?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
You're from Apricot Suzerainty, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say you're from... Pronounce it very painstakingly. Sea Guy.
Very cool.
Oh my
I
god.
admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
That was a good one. The ceiling nods his eyebrows. Nods, his eyebrows furrowed. Very cool. That was good. Right, but isn't it only a shithole because of Revachol? You're welcome. I do try to be supportive of other people and culture. I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's some kind of mind reaction. Point to your head. Right, but Isn't it a shithole because of us?
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me.
Is it politics if it's in the past? Wouldn't it just be history? I'll look around, thanks. Oh, Mike.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Well, I guess he's technically not from here. That would explain why he's such a reasonable human being. You must be mistaken. I'm a real radical. That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around here. This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it? Let's say it's because I'm Mr. Reasonable.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover.
Is it getting away?
Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a conscience. First, where is this Kingdom of Conscience? No more talk. Sign me up for a passport opt-in. No, I'm too fiery for this watercolor ideology. I'm trying to develop more extreme and interesting opinions opt-out. First, where is this Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How do you bring about those circumstances? That's an honorable goal, nod your head in approval. That's a stupid goal, shake your head in dismay. How do you bring those circumstances?
Incrementally.
Okay.
History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
But what about all those things that are wrong now? Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like? What about things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk.
Tisk
Just
tisk.
because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working.
Maybe baby boomers should have played this game.
What rationality?
So funny. What rationality? Wait, is this Kingdom of Conscience really about doing things or just preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Do you have to give me a yes or no answer? Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed? I guess it's better than bloodshed. Right, let's say yes.
There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress.
God damn it, why do we have to have such relevant politics here? Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Okay. Sounds incredible. Alonzi, let's go there right now. That seems fine. I still want to live for the present though. Man, that sounds kind of terrible. I don't think I want to be a moralist anymore. What happens if I have a conscience though? I'm curious. So let's just Alonzi over.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Oh, right. Then let's get there eventually?
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
I don't know if I picked the right option. Kingdom of Conscience. -2 half-light combos. Oh, what? Heartache is powerful, but democracy is subtle. I let the goose do the talking. Incrementally, you begin to notice a change in the weather. When it snows, the flakes are softer when they stick to your worry-worn forehead. When it rains, the rain is warmer. Democracy is coming to the administrative region. The ideal of DeLorean humanism are reinstating themselves. How can they not? These are the ideals of coalition and the moralist international. Those guys are signal blue. They're not only good, they're also powerful. What will it be like once their nuanced plans have been realized? You know, I'm kind of regretting this. I'm not internalizing this. Alright, let me look at clothes.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good
Premium.
quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Really? Just because the jacket is 10 years old, you're calling it retro?
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
He's being so weird. This doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving? Thanks for the advice. I'll try being more economically conscious.
Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
Browse through the box.
Find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand. Buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging from the pile of rags.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker.
Oh, that would be nice.
Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof.
That sounds good.
And sport. All in different typefaces.
Alright, now it just sounds like it's fake.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Shivers? So it's gonna be colder? +1 composure, that's good, right? Composure? Straighten your back, keep your poker face. I kinda like being able to see my tie. Leave it for now. Can you please move? Manhole cover. Hot air rises from the sewer. Sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Alright. What's this? A Nosafed? I know I said it last time as well, and I still don't know how to say it. Nosafed. What's this thing? By the way, need to save.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal.
Why do I want to do that?
There's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Can't leave it. Should I just try to punch that guy again? Barry, can you hear me, buddy? I'm not getting involved with that. I just want to progress the case. Alright, I'm getting motion sick from this. Holy shit. There's like this painterly feeling to this game. I don't know if I want to talk to this kid. Wait, is that a kid? Yeah, that's a kid. Wait, there's a staircase. Right. Who's that? Some rich people? Well, I guess not counting this guy. What was that? The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Yes, the good old days, the all or nothing days. I see something there. Right, he's walking that way, so let's just sprint instead. Oh, this place is really large. Right. You hear the distant squalls of seabirds. A splatter of bullet holes line the wall. Right. Gonna take your bag. Right, I'm gonna go back to that guy. I'm gonna try to punch him again. Talk to the big guy first. Alright, he doesn't want to help. Why don't we try punching him again? The screen is glitching out.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself
Volition says to do it again. Do you know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
This your kind of thing? Put this into the trash lately? Know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Alright, punch him again. Come on, come on, come on. Again?
It has happened again. The Titan has your fist locked in his hand.
Can I tank it?
Another fit of criminal rage.
Cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand
right again.
The words to the song have changed.
No, I
say.
Won't say it.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now go before you enter cardiac arrest.
Knock him out? Locked? Why? Alright, I didn't like that. And, well, let's go to that guy instead. Wait, can I talk to anyone else here? No, just that guy. Oh, there's a door I can interact with. And there's money inside? Right, let's talk to this guy first. Do you have anything new to tell me? Mr. Beret?
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now?
Alright. Let's check the door. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lockpicking or door kick in this one. And notice, in case of a strike, press button behind guard. Press button behind guard. I can try again. Why is it glitching up in the corner? I don't know.
Your race descent
If you can
has
see.
only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
It has happened again.
Alright. Yeah, it's glitching on screen as well. Looks like it. Right. Who else can I interact with? It says Grich, the Greater River Shoal Industrial Harbor. Doors I can interact with and lose change.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this
He grits
part of
his
town.
teeth.
This is our guy.
The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver. Yeah? You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Money? Oh, I can zoom out. Tank top? Can I have my tie while with the tank top? I can. Interesting look. Physical instrument? Spirit core. Conceptualization but minor suggestion. Interfacing. Nah, take them off. They look ridiculous. Money. Right, open this door. Oh, I can get in. A lot to look at.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Before we go, what is this Frit? What magazine are you reading? Let's proceed. I have some... What is this Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
She shrugs. And what is Frit? Well, no, why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
She chews on her gum with disgust.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Okay. The magazine you're reading.
You mean this?
She looks at the cover boasting a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode,
what?
Featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Stupid famous people. I approve of this. Very futuristic tap on the girls kissing. Forget about all that. What's this in the fashion police feature? Point to the cover.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
She stops to think. Point to her hat. I bet your hat would take the prize. Who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this? Point to yourself. Her lazy eyes scan up and down your body, assessing the situation.
No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Let's see what she says if I say...
You mean this? This is Pop's.
If I say
it
how
also has
futuristic,
something
tap on the two
called
girls
Elite.
kissing.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods.
And nods.
The lieutenant frowns at you before
What?
turning to the clerk with an apologetic half smile.
I was just being funny.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She puts down the magazine. Does Fred have a warehouse in the back of the... can you tell me anything about that body? Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in? Interesting.
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
Yes, tell me about the economic reality.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
Wow, they don't teach you anything in school anymore? It's an excellent time to learn about the economic reality.
Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frick. So I guess, like, that's economic.
She looks at the clock on the wall. What about physical reality then?
I don't know. What about it?
Where are we?
We're in Frick
No, I mean, where are we? On a larger scale.
as mankind, or as a nation, or...
Do we even have a nation?
What will her essay prompt be?
As a mankind.
in a good place.
She rubs her face thinking.
I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kinda big. I don't know.
She shrugs, then folds her magazine back.
We're in Frick as man.
What will her
As an
essay
age?
prompt be?
As a nation?
We're in a...
She rubs her face thinking.
We're in a transition. You know, transitioning from monarchy to democracy.
So we were a monarchy.
All that stuff.
She nods, then folds her magazine back.
We're in as man.
What will her
Like we're
essay
in the
prompt?
world.
We're in Revachol, like on the Insulindian Isola.
I was just testing your knowledge.
That wasn't very hard.
She folds her magazine back. What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
If it's behind me, you're looking that direction. Why couldn't you just tell?
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
Huh. What is the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
What about the one we had here in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
Finally, someone who speaks with a normal accent. I'm sorry. The coalition? What's that? Someone told me there is one.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
She taps the magazine on the counter. I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore.
Cool.
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Do you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really. Does that mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has he been
I
dead?
don't know, really long.
What? A couple days? Come on. How do you think it happened?
I don't know.
Wow, kids are so useless.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
The lieutenant's voice is soothing and professional.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Uh-huh.
Does the Frit have a warehouse in the back of the...
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay. She turns back to her magazine without waiting for your response. It's a lot of
You
things to
see
look at.
several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What's that? Pointed
What is
French
what?
coin. Raincoat?
It's a raincoat.
The girl leans over the counter to see what you're referring to.
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Okay. What about this, please?
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Tear?
A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Excuse me, I have the tear bag, but no tear. Can I still use the tear machine?
No. You need tear to use the tear machine.
What? I have the tear bag, but no tear. Can I still use... You need... No, she doesn't even bother looking up from a magazine. You need tear to use the tear machine. Okay.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What do these products do? Ah, I'm too tired. Leave. What's this?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no.
She looks at the wall of goods behind her, then adjusts her hat.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Alright. Wait, minus morale? What happens if I waste it all? Is it game over? Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
She fixes her hair under her cap. Wait, who chooses the laws? Who? There's no law enforcement. Please tell me more about these products.
The pale age vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong.
Alright, thanks for your answer.
Sure.
Leave. Trash can. Oh, magnesium. Let's tell this guy what we learned about the blue door. Maybe.
Can I
I don't know
help
if
you?
we did learn anything.
Another thing. Great.
Alright, we didn't learn anything. Oh, wait.
Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door. Yes.
Alright, never mind.
Yes.
How about I punch that guy again? Surely I can do it at least once. I assume putting on these clothes is gonna help me.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Give me a critical. Damn it.
It has happened again.
Alright. I think I'm gonna end it here. Let me change back to my clothes. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Journal. Run the number on the victim's armor. Yeah. Well, it was interesting. How do I need to like come up with an ending speech or something, because I never know how to end my streams. Yeah, it was quite the game. I don't know how to progress, I guess. So we'll see if I keep playing this next week. Tomorrow I'm playing Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, and wow, it's so loud. There we go. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching something here. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye.